All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Just got done with my morning exercise, and today's going to be an interesting one. I just wanted to go over how to actually fund the piece of property that you want. So, an example would be funding your first house or funding an investment property or anything like that. That is something that I want to go over with you guys today. So, without further ado, let's get into it. By the way, my name is Oliver Pagar. I'm a Clarksville real estate agent here in Clarksville, Tennessee. I like to share value through video, and hopefully, you guys get something out of it. And without further ado, let's get into it. So, first things first, let's go with your primary residence. So, you have three loan types. So, number one is you got the conventional loan, which is 20% down. If you can't do that, if this is your first home and you're going to live in it, you could do the FHA loan. So, that is another loan that you could do. And then if you are a veteran or in the active duty military, you have access to the VA loan, which is 0% down. If that is something that you are interested in, I would absolutely go with the VA loan. No money down, and I think it's like $1 million cap or something like that. So, which is awesome. Like that's a lot of house for the money here in Clarksville, Tennessee. But so first things first, primary residence. So you got the conventional loan, 20% down, right? FHA loan, 3.5% down, but you have to live in it. That'll be your first property, and then the VA loan is 0% down, but you also have to live in it for at least a year. Most people go with the VA loan. Surprise, surprise. You know, I'm in Clarksville, Tennessee, right next to Fort Campbell, and that is, most people coming down here, that's where they are, right? So they're in the military, they kind of do that. So those are the three kinds of loans that I would go with if you're buying a primary resident. Now, let's go with some other loans. So there are construction loans out there, right? So if you want to buy a piece of property, they'll give you the money for the property. They'll give you the money for the rehab. They'll give you the money to make sure everything's up and running and stuff. And some lenders do interest only, or that interest payment for the first however many months, right? Another one is the DSCR loan. So the DSCR loan is very, very interesting. Actually, that is exactly what I'm looking at getting for my investment property. And that loan, it does not look at your income at all. It only looks at if that piece of property is going to cash flow or not, which is incredible for people that may not be employed or whatever. It's 20% down. And if you're, say you're self-employed or an entrepreneur, right, and you want to get into real estate or whatnot, the DSCR loan is probably for you, because they do not look at your income. They don't look at your taxes. They don't look at anything. They solely look at if that property is going to cash flow or not. If it even cash flows $1, guess what? They could give you the money for that piece of property and you could have it, which is pretty crazy. Granted, the interest rates are going to be a little higher on that because it is a riskier loan. So interest rates are like 8%, somewhere around 8% right now. Those interest rates are going to be +2. So it's like 9 to 10% interest rate. So I actually spoke with a lender a couple days ago actually about it for me personally. And he told me that it's going to be about 9 or so percent. And yeah, that's kind of a lot. That's definitely a big jump over regular. It's like 9.5, 10%. And so I was like, well, okay, I know I could just refinance, right? I just refinance later on. But it would make cash flowing that property a little bit difficult, a little more difficult. So I'm not going to be making as much money as I would like to. I'd probably be making, you know, $200 or so dollars. But that equity in the house would definitely be worth it. So there's the DSCR loan, which is incredible. It's a cheat code, literally a cheat code. And then I already went over the construction loan, so you could do that. And then there is a rehab loan under the conventional loan, which is, I did not know that until I spoke to this lender, where it's 20% down, but they restructure the loan to where it's a rehab loan under the conventional loan, the Fannie Mae conventional loan, which is awesome. Like, that's a pretty cool deal. But and that's if you want to fix and flip, or if you want to, you know, kind of fix it up and then rent it out. You could absolutely do that as well. If you are doing a fix and flip type deal, I had an investor contact me probably a week ago looking for fix and flips in the area, off market deals. So looking for him now, which is cool. That's exciting. It's exciting for me, it's exciting for him. That, you know, there's definitely opportunity here in Clarksville if you want to get into the investing space as well. And that is kind of where I want to go with this video, is if you are an investor, or if you are a person that is looking to invest or want to invest, shoot me a text, give me a call. I'll leave my stuff underneath. I have a lender that gives a $2,500 credit. I have another lender that works with primarily DSCR loans. They could do DSCR loans, they could do everything. I'll give you the lender contact that I went to as well, for me personally. So there's so many different options out there, you know, different credits, different whatever, if you know the right lender. And I happen to be in good with a couple of the lenders here in Clarksville. So if that is something that you want, if that is something that you think you would be interested in, go ahead and give me a call, shoot me a text down below. I would love to help you guys out in this journey. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys learned something about the different kind of loans out there, what you need down. And if you are an investor or anything like that, there are construction loans, fix and flip loans. There's different kind of loans out there, DSCR loans, that you don't need that much money to get started with. So if that is something that you are interested in, please go ahead, shoot me a call, shoot me a text, shoot me an email. It doesn't matter. I prefer call because it goes right to me. And whenever I tell you guys to actually call me, I'm talking about actually calling me. Like, I know, like, people like to email me, they like to do all those other things, but I'm like, hey, just call me, it'll be way easier, or text me. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. I gotta go shower, get ready for the day. But you guys have a good rest of your day, your night, whatever, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.